G'day, g'day. Missed last night, left the sports betting conference and crashed. So back into it tonight. I know I missed the early games yesterday, Thursday. So by the time I got back, I was ready to go and then didn't make it. So plenty of games on the board tonight. Let's get stuck into it. Phillies Pirates, 57% of the money on the Phillies. 74% of the master money is on the Pirates. See who it is, where it is. So again, because of the odds, still going to need the favorite. Strong bets. Looking at 64% of the money on the over, 53% of the master money. There we go. 6, 50, 60. So we've got 84% of the money is on the -1.5 on the Phillies, and 97% of the master money is on the +1.5. +1.5 plus money. So that's definitely based on the money line, based on that. So Philly by 1 would be a spot on result there. D-backs Rockies, 95% of the money on the D-backs. Rockies are friendless. It's a low bet game. It is not quite the lowest bet game of the night. That will be the Los Angeles Derby. Totals balanced, not a lot of action. Nothing on the master chart. Run line, really good action, but balanced. And again, the +1.5 plus money has all the master money. And it's our friends, the Rockies, again. Who's that again? Okay. So there's money there, but it's not big enough to be jumping over. Tigers, Blue Jays, well bet game. 53% of the money on the Blue Jays. 52% of the master money is on the Blue Jays. Well balanced in the end. Good volume though. We're looking at 57% on the over and 80% of the master money on the under. Betting it at under 9, -04, -15. Make sure I don't have the. I can't give this. Nope. Too fun. All right, I see Loose on the exits just joined us. It's probably got a little hungry last night, wondering where the fuck I was, but here we go. Astros Rangers. 61% of the money's on the Rangers. 80% of the master money's on the Astros. See where that's at, like mid +170s. See a little bit of the +70 around. But again, based on the money line and where the action's at, it's a pretty well balanced book. Probably slightly need the Rangers, and the run line's well balanced, and the total's well balanced. But we've got strong money on the over. Then we got Orioles Nationals. 58% of the money on the Orioles. Not much on the master. Well balanced total. Well, nothing much on the master. Significant money on the -1.5 plus money, but nothing on the master chart. Mets Yankees. Oh, this is like Derby Day. Got Washington, Baltimore. That 2 New York teams, the 2 LA teams, a couple of I've got 2 Florida teams, St. Louis and Kansas City. Okay, that kind of weekend. We got the Mets Yankees. They're betting the Mets. Looks like 59% of the money's on the Mets as an underdog. Like 97% of the master money's on the Mets. So we're going to need the Yankees there. Total's well balanced. Nothing on the master chart, nothing on the run line. Then we get to the Braves Red Sox. A little far apart than the rest of these matchups. Looking at 62% of the money on the Braves, well balanced on the master chart. Looking at 63% of the money on the over, 92% of the master money, well balanced run line. Rays, looking at 87% of the money on them. It's not a big bet game. And nothing on the master chart. Looking at 68% of the money on the over and 72% of the master money on the over. Nothing on the run line. Got 67% of the money on the Royals. 100% of the master money. Let's see what that's at. Between minus 38 and 40. Well balanced total. Nothing on the run line. Looking at 54% on the Twins over the Brewers. 93% of the master money is on the Brewers. Let's see if that was a runner. Yeah. So I guess they opened there was some plus 15, plus 13, plus 12, plus 9, plus 7, plus 4. So definitely a runner on that one. Moved a big distance. Total is well balanced. Run line, we're looking at 77% of the money on the plus 1.5 minus money. Padres Mariners. 64% of the money's on the Padres, well balanced on the master. Nothing a note on the total. Like all the money's on the over, but it's not strong. Not a penny on the master chart. And the run line, money's all on the minus 1.5 plus money. Nothing on the master chart. And then we've got the lowest bet game of the day. Angels Dodgers. Not a ras penny on the Angels. On the master chart, like 98.5% of the money's on the Dodgers. Angels are friendless. Look at 87% of the money on the over. 100% of the master money. It's not significant, but it's all one way. And then we're looking at 94% of the money's on the minus 1.5 minus money. So big time going to need the Angels there. 65% of the money is on the Giants. And then on the flip side, we got 84% of the master money is on the Athletics. Based on the odds, yes, still going to slightly need the Athletics. So there's a play there on the Athletics. 62% of the money's on the under. And about the same as on the master chart. Nothing of note on the run line. So stand out there as the Athletics. There's a number of games that we're going to need one side over the other. But yeah. NHL. We got 71% of the money is on the Panthers, but considering they're like, minus 220, minus 230, nothing unusual there. Nothing on the master chart. 80% of the money's on the over, nothing on the master chart. And then on the run line, We're at 84% of the money on the over, and all the master money's on the puck line plus 1.5, and all the master money's on the plus 1.5 as well. So it's fairly well balanced based on the money line and where that's at right now. And the series, yeah, well, we're going to need the Maple Leafs in the series there, so up against it. NBA. Uh, Big decision on tonight's game. Need Celtics for a stack. So be looking for this to go to a game 7 while I've, got the Knicks for the series and whatnot and some futures. Just doesn't matter. This is get it to game 7, see where it goes from there. We're looking at like 78% of the money is on the Knicks, significant volume. 68%, no, 68% of the master money is on the Knicks. Let me see where if it's all around the similar number. So it opened plus, they opened a dog. No, when's the hell? 14, 14, 15, 16. Okay. So yeah, Knicks open dog. It ran up, lot at minus 1.5, lot at the 2, lot at the pick. Well, pick minus money. And then we've got people laying the money at the plus 3.5, plus 4, like on the master charts at minus 22. So I think there's been a bit of a problem lately with the derivatives not being very good with some new math in place. So this kind of aligns that buying up, selling down, etc. Has kind of opened up a big fat middle in the middle there. So Bostic by plenty seems like the result we're looking for. On the over, like 58% of the money's on the over. But 79% of the master money is on the under. I did hear Stephen A. Smith, etc., talking about this total this morning. I didn't take much notice, but look at the master. They're all looking at under the 212.5, 211.5, a little bit at the 214 laying a number and 213.5 laying a number. And then they got over again laying a price at 208.5, 209, 209.5. So again, build ourselves a middle there, and the money line is just all over the Knicks. Like 92% of the money is on the Knicks, and like 99.9% of the master money is on the Knicks. And again, looking at this, I dive in. It's from anywhere from minus 16 all the way up to minus 54. And there's literally nothing on the other side. So plenty of people been hard at work getting down on the Knicks. First half's got some decent money on it. We're looking at 68% on the Knicks, 100% of the master, slightly more on the under. And again, the money line's been bet with the Knicks. Series now is well balanced, but let me see where the money's at. Yeah, this is Knicks is getting a ton when they were in the minus. Celtics have gotten a big chunk of it when they were bigger than 4-1, and it's all over the place. But unfortunately, I need the Celtics. I get to choose this as when you're the house. Okay, so I think I covered it all. Just the one basketball. Yeah. So good luck tonight on your punt. Still watching a bit of golf here. Um, wouldn't mind Johnny Vegas just running away with this thing. See Scheffler just hanging around there. Homer's one that I had a tickle at just because he had a good record here, but it wasn't based on any other numbers or data that we get. Siwoo Kim just had his hole in one just before, so he's up there. So should be a cracker of a weekend. So again, all the best on the punt, and I'll see if I find anyone else. Hang on, got a message coming through. Can you tell us what yesterday's basketball numbers were, just for reference? No idea. I don't know. Didn't see. Didn't even check in passing. So apologies for that. But I'll see if I can find out and pass it on. But no, don't have it on hand. All right. Cheers. Thanks.